I think that's a great idea. I love that.
We'll figure it out. Sorry, I do not have my cell phone every, so as it is, okay, great. Wait, Sharon, sit down. Tensions are big. Well, welcome. It's nice to have our guest here tonight. So welcome to the City of Travelers Rest Council Committee meeting for Monday, June the 10th. Carson let me know we're having technical difficulties today. So we have a plan B for the things. And so we have our laptop over here that's streaming for us on YouTube. Just kind of be careful because that's where the sound is coming from. So maybe the audience members over there, you guys don't be too chatty or say anything bad about council members who might hear you. And then for council members, just make sure you speak into the mic so everybody can hear us. But thanks for coming out. All right, so first we have our Public Works Committee. We have Chair Lenny who will lead that.
So the Public Works Committee is myself and Chair Mara, and Catherine James was not here today. Do I have a motion to approve the Public Works minutes?
Motion.
I will second them. And Bill's not here. You're it.
I'm in, yeah. Any questions, I guess, on
I did want to say the flower boxes that y'all created and with the flowers are beautiful at the Main
They
Street
do,
area
yeah.
at the middle of the street.
the flower club would be great. They really do.
Right, so that's why I was gonna say thank you to the Mountain Laurel Garden Club for the beautiful flowers and thank you all for the beautiful planters. So we really do appreciate that. And also, enjoying the highlights about yourself and glad people, you are choosing safer hobbies and there were more surprises.
Yeah, that's too old for that.
And it looks like the sign machine is being kept busy.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that going well?
It is going well.
Does anybody on the council have any questions or do you have any more?
Yeah, David, I was curious, the music series in the park, I feel like it keeps getting more and more people. Like Saturday night, it was hard, or packed at the park. Is there anything that you guys need or see that we need to account for the crowds that are
No, we're
coming?
doing good. I think everything's going well. We did replace the sinks, faucets over there. So everything's working like it's supposed to. No strange noises in the bathroom no more. So all that's repaired. So hopefully that's going to be good.
Good. You guys are doing a great job. I was just like, man, there's a lot of people coming in on a Saturday night. So I thought you might, if you have a need, let us know because it's definitely justified. So all good.
To add to that, you do know that there, and I don't know, how long does a guy work on Sunday? Going out, walking around, cleaning up and all that, going?
I think he's doing 2 and 2 on 2 hours Saturday and 2 hours Sunday.
What they're doing is they're going to the playground, you know, because Saturday, that place is like, wow. You know, from the market, and then all the kids going there and playing too. And so Sunday, how I know it, is I was doing my recycling Sunday. And there was a guy there walking around, this TR Public Works, cleaning up the playground, making the second sweep over there in the park. So that's a great thing.
Thank you.
David, quick question. You may not be able to answer this, and Shannon may know a little bit more. Where are we? We're still in the process of working with folks for the tree replacements, correct, in the park?
Yes, sir. We have sort of identified what we believe is the root cause of it, and all 3 parties have come together, from the planter to the provider of the trees to the city, and we are identifying a solution forward, both financial and planting. Of course, this is not the season to plant, and thankfully we do have a landscape architect on board now, on staff, who is helping us manage this project as well. So we will identify that solution and present it to you, but the plantings probably won't happen until fall.
Good, okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I have one question, David, and this is not being negative, it's just something I've noticed. The welcome to TR sign, monument sign out there by Willis's, It's looking a little rough around there. We have any plans to strip that up, clean all that? It's looking like it's been sprayed.
Yeah, I know they went last week and did some work around that sign, that's the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it's just the big, it's the big monument sign right there by Willis's property, by Willis is out there, it's Forks of the Road.
Okay.
I think they just sprayed that last week. I
Yeah,
saw the same thing and it looked, yeah, it was.
Looking a little bad.
Yeah, but I guess I'm thinking that
Someone was out there last week doing some work for this.
Okay.
It may be better now.
I guess it's getting some age on it at this point, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's getting some age on it.
Well, it is, but I mean, it's like, you can put mulch out there, you can put plants out there, whatever, no plants, and the mulch is gone.
Oh, you're not talking about just the sign, you're talking around it.
Yeah,
Okay,
talking about
gotcha.
around it, yeah.
And I think plants, the problem has been that that's a real wet area, that's a low area right there, so I'm not sure that they were able to put flowering type of plants.
Well, we've always had them there.
It's not pretty. Make it pretty, David.
And one thing, if y'all notice, one thing that we have not done is downtown put flowers in. The reason being, we have one of our sprinkler systems that's out right now. We got the parts Friday, so hopefully that'll be repaired sometime this week. And we'll get that done.
That'll please my wife.
There you go, so this week. I think Saturday is scheduled.
You want rubber mulch,
No, we're going playground.
playground mulch?
Rubber mulch.
I don't think even Greenville County uses the playground mulch.
If there are no other questions, I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, and thank you, David.
Thanks, Lisa. Okay, we have our Public Safety Committee Chair Myers.
I call to order the Public Safety Committee for June 10th. Present are myself, Shanice Chris, Amy McCall, Sherry Mira, and Brantley Best is absent. Do we have a motion to approve the May 6th public safety minutes? Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. And we'll have Chief Ford up first.
Good evening.
Glad to see you're more mobile.
I am, so it's better for now. Thank you.
Anything you want to highlight on the report for us?
I don't have anything specific to highlight, just take any questions that anyone has regarding the report.
The numbers look good compared to May of last year.
Yeah, there's some minuses, always look good.
Does anyone on the committee have questions for Chief Ford about the police report?
I do. Is it just the numbers in the city limits, or do you ever report when y'all go outside the city limits?
We don't go outside the city.
Oh, you don't?
No, so we only handle what's in the city. Oh, that's our jurisdiction, so.
Okay.
So everything's always in city limits.
Okay, thank you.
Now, let me make that correct. We'll go outside the city limits to assist Greenville County if they ask us to, but we don't report those numbers.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Does anyone on council have questions for Chief?
Easy to do, thank you. Good to see you.
I didn't do
Anything you would like to highlight for us this month?
it. No, I don't have anything, just, I'll do what he said, I'll ask you questions. I'll attempt to ask you questions.
Does anyone on the committee have questions for Chief Robertson? Anyone on council?
Keep the sticky shirt out.
Well,
Make
that's
that
kind of
yourself.
a,
That's new.
I didn't make it myself, but I did. Most of the time when we go out here and, especially for me and Mac, and we don't know which role we're gonna play when we get there, so we put them both on there.
I like it.
So that way it doesn't matter if somebody goes, say you look like a chief.
Didn't David do that?
I like it. I like that we have dual roles here too.
Mhm.
That's good.
But that's kind of what it is, so that we don't have to like change shirts here. Everybody can just see, because it just says TR.
That's good.
Okay, that was easy.
It was easy.
Shannon, anything you want to highlight about the building department or the municipal court report?
Chair Byers, members of the committee, yes, I would let you know that we did have a firm and dorm renovation come on, so we saw a good number in the building column, permitting column this time around. Also, I would like to highlight and thank Renee for her significant efforts to sort of recreate a software package that's not in our cloud permit now. which allows her to track both the contractors and all the work going on in the permitting system. And this allowed us to reach our business licensure goals, which was really critical this year with that changeover. We did not expect to reach them, but we have, and business has been good in TR, and we are exceeding them. So that's very good, and I'm just very appreciative of her great efforts to get us to that spot.
And that's to accommodate the mandate the state put on us for changing all those business codes and everything last year, correct?
I'm not aware of the backstory of why we changed the software, just simply that we did. And in doing so, there was a lot lost in translation between the two programs. I think they both do the same things eventually once you put all the inputs into it, but it takes probably a year or two to really develop all the inputs. So when I came in the door, Renee met me at the door saying, let's be clear that this is not up to date. And it's going to take some time to get to, and we agreed to that. But she has really just double timed it to make sure that we got there, and I think that's really great for the city.
That was a state mandated business code change.
Does anyone on the committee have questions about the building department or municipal buildings? Anyone on council? Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All right, Planning and Development Committee, Chair Vest is out, so it's her chair.
Okay, I call to order the Planning and Development Committee for June 10th. Present are myself, Grant Baumgartner, Shanice Chris, and Sharon Mara. Do we have a motion to approve the May 6th minutes?
Motion to approve.
Great. Hi, Jay, we're so excited.
Hey, how are y'all? Well, first of all, I'm Jay Martin, so I'm the new planning director. And I've been here, this is my 4th week now. Very excited to be here. So if y'all have any questions about me, you can ask them.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've spent the majority of my life in planning on the private side. And so I've seen it from that side, and I'll say it this way. I'm excited to come in here. I want us to get to a point where we're planning ahead and not just responding to. And I found typically in the past, there's a lot of places where planning is just responding to what's going on instead of getting ahead. So where are we headed? And why are we headed there so that we can work together and create win-win situations? I hear Shannon say win-win all the time. I believe that is going to be the backbone of what we need to do, is have win-win situations as we move forward. So the other thing I'll add to it is Tom Keefe before me and my dad before me had a chance to build everything we got here in town. And so I get to play in it now. So that's exciting for me as well. We did all the work on Trailblazer Park, the new trail that's going in, You Got a Trail. We did all the work on that. There'll be a memorial to my dad on the trail that's up by the YMCA, so excited about that. And Tom's already got his memorial up at the clock. So we want to keep moving forward. So I'm excited to be here. I guess I said the last thing. I also want to say we have an intern this summer, Ella Filippo. I don't want to mess up your last name.
No, that's
So,
fine.
and very excited, working very hard, by the way. So I feel like someday she's working harder than I am. So I apologize for that, but she's doing a great job in helping us get up to speed on everything. So, Furman, yes.
Great. We're excited to have both of you. Is there anything that you want to highlight on the planning?
Well, specifically because they are here tonight, but you're going to see the villas of North Valley coming back to you. It was deemed a major change before I got here. This is the minorest of major changes. What's really happening here is there's no change in density to this project. We're creating more open space that'll be used for the community. And the one thing I'll say about it is I had lunch with Rick Huffman the other day, and he said, this is a win-win situation. This is the kind of development we need to have. So I encourage y'all, as y'all see that one come forward, take a look at why the changes are coming before you, but they're very good in creating more open space and maintaining the same density they had before. The other ones, you'll see some movement in projects. Right now, we have nothing really in approved projects moving to permitting. There's one additional in the entitlement process. It'll go to the July PC, and then Hemlock Park is coming back and go to the July Planning Commission as well. If you have any other questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Thank you, Jay. Does anyone on the committee have questions? Anyone on council? Yeah, y'all are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thanks.
Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Ways and Means Committee Chair Von Gardner.
I call the Ways and Means Committee to order. Myself, Kelly Byers, Lisa Lane, Wayne McCall are all here. Michael Best is not here. I would entertain a motion to accept the May 26th Ways and Means Committee minutes.
Motion.
All right,
Second.
thank you. We have got that. We have no other business outside of, just a reminder that our financial report for May will be delivered to our inboxes soon, sometime between now and next week. Next week also, this is for council as well as for the community, just to be aware that we will be, council will be voting on the second reading of our budgets. And at this point, we have no changes expected at the second reading, that there's nothing that has happened in between last month and where we are right now. So that's all I have. Does anybody on council have any questions?
There will be a budget hearing, right, so that, so this can speak before. Are we affected by the new overtime laws? Was that FLSA, new overtime laws effective July 1st? Or do we not have anybody that affects?
That is a great question, and I'll have to run that by our HR consultant for verification. We are under the 50 employees, but we do tend to line up with all of the regulations. It may apply to entities less than 50 employees as well.
All right, hearing no other questions, I hear a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Thank you.
Old business we have none, new business we have none. Miscellaneous matters, administrative update.
Mayor Amadon, thank you very much. I have two quick updates. Jay stole my thunder in introducing Ella, so I'll take that off. Wanted to let you know that there is a FEMA radiological exercise that will be taking place this June. There is a dress rehearsal for the exercise on Tuesday, June 18th. And then the evaluation exercise will take place Friday, June 21st. This will take place at the high school. The community will be notified by Greenville County Emergency Management that this is going to be taking place, but you will see a lot of apparatus. This is just a drill. It's just in the event that we ever were to have to evacuate the Oconee nuclear facility and the surrounding areas, that we could do it in an orderly fashion. So our fire guys have worked really hard to put into place the drill and to be prepared for it. It is a very serious drill. It is graded. And so we appreciate their efforts going into this and their willingness to be a part of a safe and orderly process. God forbid we ever have to get there. And then secondly, I'd like to let you know that Philip Tate and Lee Carter attended the above the line and below the line course for hazardous material street responder level response. And this is something that we're beginning to undertake as a city, is a little bit more in the preparedness and multiple avenues. Philip Tate's really taking the lead on this, as his guys would be responding in the streets and assisting, both fire and police when necessary in a large-scale disaster. You'll see us bring more emergency action planning to the table as we go along. These are free courses that were taught by emergency management, Greenville County Emergency Management.
Thank you, Shannon. And you probably know more than this, but I know early voting is kind of taking over City Hall. So I don't know if you want to give some shout outs to our team, probably making a lot of accommodations for them.
Absolutely. It's been a very busy voting cycle, which we're glad to see, the citizen participation. But I do thank staff, because the parking lot has been full, the building has been full, the front lobby has been full, chambers has been full, and it's been a cycle coming through the front door and going out the back door too. So everyone's been very accommodating to that. I know it's stressful to have, for the staff who sit up front, to have the front lobby busy pretty much from opening to close. I have not seen a point where we haven't had someone in here. So, but everyone's been accommodating and friendly and respectful as we would be. And a special thanks to Carson, who's made sure that we've met all the voting and regulation standards, which are quite significant and serious in terms of safety and security of the voting machines and such. So we're almost there. And we do probably anticipate a runoff at least in one, per the voting staff, at least in one category. So it's it's going to continue a little bit longer.
And presidential elections in November too, I'm sure.
Upcoming.
Great, thank you very much. Anyone on council have anything for the day, council?
I just want to ask one quick thing. The update on the Poinsett corridor project, do we have a timeline when they're going to turn dirt?
I do not have a timeline immediately. I know that we have bids back and we're working with the bids to identify, you know.
I'm seeing a lot of flags, which is good.
Yes, I think that's all for the surveying work and what's to take place. So I think we're now negotiating scope of work for the bids. But it should be very shortly this summer.
Anything else? All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone for coming tonight. We appreciate it.